Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. And in today's video I kind of decided to recap my Halloween palette collection and kind of share with you how much I've used them in October and share my thoughts about them, since some of these are older palettes, and just kind of, give you like a little bit of a recap, because that's what I like to do when I do these like seasonal or other collections. So hopefully you will enjoy this video and enjoy me going through this little stash here. And in case you're new here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, I love eyeshadows, I love Halloween and Halloween makeup. It's my favorite like season and favorite holiday, and I just love everything Halloweeny, spooky, ghosty, witchy, pumpkiny. Like everything about that is just exactly what I love. So a month ago, for October, I kind of curated a top 10 Halloween palettes, and today I'm gonna share with you how much I've used them, what I think about them, especially for some of the older ones, and just kind of give you some kind of recap. So hopefully that's something that you're gonna enjoy. If you want to see the original collection video, I will link it down below, as well as my previous Halloween collections, in case you're interested in that. So first up, I have the Nightshade palette by Gourmand Girls in collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny. Or like, she kind of made the cover art, and this is such a beautiful palette. I genuinely just love this one so much. Yeah, I just love that it has those like yellows, grays, purples, greens. Like, it is such a gorgeous color story. I absolutely adore this one. I haven't really used her a lot all year, and now like using her again, it was just such a pleasant experience. I've only been able to use her twice this month, like the last month. We went from 21 uses to 23 uses, which isn't all that much, but I only had her for like a year and a bit. I got her at the end of summer last year. So, I should definitely use her more, but I've been really focusing on my project palettes and also a lot of new palettes that I've added into my collection in the last year. So it's been kind of hard to actually get a lot of uses in my palettes that aren't new or in my project pans. But I still think she's beautiful. I absolutely love these shades. Like, every single time I use Gourmand Girls' product, I'm constantly reminded how amazing these products are, and I always like kind of forget, or like I guess I just kind of don't believe myself that I actually love them so much, and then I use them and I'm just like, these are stunning. Like, why, you stupid little person, why don't you use them? So yeah, she's still my favorite. I think I'm still gonna use her in winter as well, because to me, I don't know what about this color story, but this kind of to me looks like a firework. And yeah, I just kind of really like to use her for like end of year looks and like New Year's looks, because I don't know, she just looks, to me, this looks like a firework situation. So yeah, I don't know, let me know if you feel the same way or if that's kind of very random, but I see those colors there. Then we have the Udin's Eye in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist, the Trick or Treat palette from their Halloween bundle from last year. This is how she looks like. She is such a like quintessential, not just Halloween but fall palette, but for me, I kind of like some kind of crazy shade. Though, like 2 weeks ago, I used this shade called Witch's Brew, and I completely forgot how gorgeous this is, because it is like such a vibrant green that turned into this like bluish green, not teal, but just like green with blue shine, or how should I describe that? It is a beautiful color. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but it is the most beautiful color. I don't know how I don't use this more often, because this color owns me. Like, I would repurchase this palette just for this. trust me, that would absolutely happen. It is such a gorgeous shade. I've used this palette 3 times. We went from 18 uses to 21 uses. Again, not that much, but I have a lot of fall palettes. I have a lot of Halloween and fall palettes because that's just the color stories and the themes that I enjoy the most. Which also means that if I want to use all of the palettes that like belong to this season, I'm only gonna have like 1 or 2 uses in all of them because I have so many of them. But yeah, 3 times, and I think she's really, really beautiful. And I still love the formula. I used some of the greens, as I said, the reds, and one of the oranges. I used like most of these shades. I think only a couple of them. Like, I think I haven't used these two, this one, this one, I think. I haven't used these. Oh, and this, because I don't really like this shade. It's like a matte, but it's not dark. It's not pigmented enough to like show up on me. But the rest I've used and I still love them. I still think it's a wonderful formula. And I still just really appreciate this palette. Okay, it was kind of getting dark, so I had to turn the main light on. Sorry. Then I have the All I Ever Wanted by Unearthly. The Sun is very new to my collection. I got that, I bought that in August, I believe. So yeah, pretty new in my collection. It's an all shimmer palette. I love these shades. I think this is like a all year round palette. They're all kind of not holochromes, multichromes, duochromes, special shades. She is absolutely perfect. It's a really nice 12 pan. And this one, we went from 9 uses to 11 uses, so I only used her twice. I sometimes forget to use these either all shimmer palettes or my singles. I kind of have to like actively think about that. But I think I'm just gonna, next time I'm gonna put her in any of my collections, I'll just have her on my table. I think I should start doing like, get one of these organizers, the one that you kind of can, put the palettes standing next to each other, and have all of my, like if I'm gonna have like a monthly shop my stash or any other collection, to just have them there so that I can always grab them and then like maybe grab a palette that isn't in any of my collections and just kind of like, mix and match. But to like really focus on the palettes that I put in these seasonal collections or these like monthly collections. So yeah, I only used her twice, but I still think she's absolutely wonderful. I know I used the yellows with some of the purples, and then I think this red shades and maybe some of the blues, if I remember that correctly. And yeah, they're so wonderful. They don't crease at all. They're like, the formula is amazing because it's so sparkly, wet looking, shiny, not glittery, but like, just like very beautifully sparkly, and they don't crease at all. Like, you can wear them. When I was trying this palette, I was wearing these shades for like 14 hours. They did not crease at all. Like, it's a perfect formula. I love them. And yeah, I think it's definitely worth the money that it's priced at. Then I have the Little Ghost palette, again by Udens Eye in collaboration with Angelica. This is the second part of their Halloween bundle. This one I like a little bit more because it's a bit more fun and just interesting color story in my opinion, and not so basic. And I tend to gravitate towards palettes like these. But yeah, she's so pretty. I know I used some of the purpley blues and then the yellows with the oranges. So again, I haven't used every single shade here in the past month, but I've used most of them, like at least 2/3 of this palette. I also used this one twice. We went from 21 uses to 23 uses. So this one, I used this one a little bit more than the previous palette. And yeah, she's just so beautiful. I think I prefer the shimmers in this palette, except the green one. The green one is the best of all of the shimmers in this Halloween bundle. But as a whole, I think I like the shimmers in this palette more. And also, well, I really like the collection of the mattes, but not all of them work perfectly together. Like this blue with these blues. This one is kind of hard to blend with this, and the same goes for this. So it's kind of, you have to figure out a grip of how to use them. And even this purple can be a little bit tricky if you if you aren't used to that, and like you know, you have to, again, you have to have a grip for these shades. They are a little bit more complicated to use. But yeah, they're beautiful. Like, it's just, I don't know if a complete beginner would be able to use them first time and like get a perfect look with them, you know. Then I have the Devour palette by Unearthly and the Mistwitch palette by Shall We Makeup. I forgot to bring them. I don't know, like I thought I brought everything at my dorm, but I haven't, and it's not here. Or maybe I don't know where I put them actually, because I don't remember the last time that I used them. I know I've used the Mistwitch for some kind of. I used it to dupe the Chicago palette by Nomad Cosmetics, but I don't know if I used it other times. So the Devour by Unearthly, I haven't used at all this month. I don't know, did I lose that palette? Because I don't even remember seeing her ever since I filmed the Halloween collection. I really don't know. And then the Mistwitch, we went from 6 uses to 8 uses, so I only used her twice. It's not my favorite palette. I love the idea of that palette, the color curation, the packaging, the fact that it's magnetic. It's like, it's really well made palette, but there's something about that palette that doesn't force me to use it. Like, I just kind of, I always look at it, think it's really pretty, but then when I actually want to sit down and like film with it or create a look, even just like for every day, I never actually grab her for some reason, you know? I don't actually know what the reason is. So, because she's really pretty and I actually like the quality and everything. I don't know what's stopping me from using her. But then I have the Gourmand Girls, another Halloween palette by them. This is the newest in my collection. It's the Haunted palette from last year, again in collaboration with Doodles Body Bunny. And it's such a perfect Halloweeny palette. Like, you have the yellow, green, purple, grayish, black, the kind of pinky, bluey, purple. Like, you have so many different colors here, so many different options. I love this kind of like muddy, grayish, grungy corner here with these beautiful iridescent, wet-looking shades. This shade is so beautiful. I wasn't as impressed with it the first time I tried it. I just like the formula of it because it is like one of the drier, sparkly shades, which I really like because it doesn't crease at all. But the more I use it, the more I love it. And I feel like that just always happens with Gourmand Girls. Like, I love it the first time, but the more I use it, the more I love it for some reason. And they just still surprise me with how good these are. So yeah, this one is beautiful. We went from 13 uses to 14 uses. I've only used her once. I actually did like a really beautiful look, but I was too tired to like take a picture of it and film it. So yeah, but she is just so pretty and I need to use her more, not just in Halloween, because I just feel like she's such a perfect palette. And another and the last Gourmand Girls palette that I have is the Spooked palette. Again, I don't know how I forgot this gem even exists because I haven't used her much since I got her. I only use her during Halloween, but she is so perfect for all year and I just really have to remind myself to use her because she has such a perfect shade. I even put this one in my November Shop My Stash, which I will link down below if in case you want to see that, but I just, because I feel like I haven't given her enough love so far, I want to rectify that and put her in my Shop My Stash and just kind of use her this month because she's so beautiful and I don't think it's a color story that I think works beautifully during Halloween, but I feel like you can also use this all year round if you like colors. You can make like very normal, wearable looks, colorful looks with this as well. And this one I also used twice. We went from 17 uses to 19 uses. She's just so perfect, genuinely, like so gorgeous. I love these shimmers, love the mattes. Like, I really, really love her. And this one has such a gorgeous black and white matte in this. Like, it was so pretty, especially if you pair it with the gray shimmers from the Nightshade palette. Stop. It's actually like I think I did one kind of grayish, blackish, white smoky look using the Spooked and the Nightshade, and it's just so pretty. And lately I've been really like really dying to do like look like that, and I have to really force myself or like bring myself to do that because that would be so beautiful. I just lately I've been really into these like super dark grungy colors. Then I have the Shroud Cosmetics and Betty Bean collaboration, the Halloween palette. This one I also used twice. We went from 19 to 21 uses, and I changed mine a bit. I swapped two shades, so these two shades weren't originally there. This one and this one are from Glam Shop, and it's from the Alter Ego palette. I just kind of depotted that palette because I feel like it looks better now than it did before. Previously, there was kind of like a murky, mustardy, yellowy green that I didn't really love with this because it didn't really look nice with this green and it didn't really look nice with this brown. So I think this just kind of works better with this color story. And I feel like this green is light enough. I don't need lighter color there. But then this I kind of don't want to have in my inner third of the crease. So I like that I have the orange here. And I can use this green with the blue or with the deep green. Like it just, I don't know. For me, the color story now makes a bit more sense. And here was a orange shimmer, but it was very like pumpkin orange and it wasn't really sparkly. It was just kind of, I don't know, it was just like having a textured orange matte. Like it didn't really sparkle, it didn't really do much. It was just like a texture on your eyes. So I decided to switch it with this one, which is orange, but it has a bit of pink sheen as well. Let me actually kind of swatch it for you. Like, and this one is so beautiful and so just like iridescent and, you know, actually pretty. So yeah, I like this color story a lot more now that I swapped it up. I don't know what's happening with Shroud and like if they even exist, but I still love this the magnetic palette of it, and I do like some of the shades, like especially these two mattes are wonderful. This inner corner highlight is so gorgeous, and then this multichrome from purple to blue, I really like that one too. So I don't want to get rid of her, even though the brand, I don't know what's happening with the brand. And then the last palette I also used twice, and it's the Elements of Evil palette by Sugar Crystal. This is such a perfect palette. It's mostly shimmer palette, which Sugar Crystal usually does, but you have some really beautiful mattes. Like I love this super vibrant orange, then like this kind of green with this bluish green, and you have wonderful black. And then the shimmers are just to die for, like genuinely so multi-chromy, duochromy, sparkly, wet looking. So pretty. We went from 16 to 18 uses. This one, the shade Witch's Potion, it's kind of similar to the beautiful green in the Trick or Treat palette because it is like green. I think the Trick or Treat has a bit of like more, well, no, actually they're super similar because it is this like beautiful, vibrant green that goes to this bluish green. Yeah, they're very similar and I love them both, and it's just such a beautiful formula and everything, and I love this packaging, and it's just, oh, and I actually use this palette kind of all year round. I even had her on my summer vacation with me. Like I just really love the shimmers here, and they're very like, you can really use them in a lot of different occasions and for a lot of different looks. So I just kind of have her as like my little companion palette. And also I love that there's the matte black. If I want to do eyeliner, I can really easily do that. So that's kind of the recap of my Halloween palette. Overall, I used all of these palettes 18 times, which I don't think is bad since it was only like a month of usage. So yeah, 2/3 of the month we've been using them, and I've been reviewing a lot. Like I've been reviewing the Undergrowth palette by Cosmic Brushes, the Celestial palettes by Beauty Bay. I have a new Kaleidos, but well, I got the Flower Punk palette by Kaleidos from a friend. I've been doing some duping. like duping of palettes, and I've been trying to get into my project pens as well, and but also I've been reviewing. There's definitely been something else that I've been reviewing and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, the Nocturnal palette by Glaminatrix. So like I've been trying to kind of tackle all of that. It's been kind of confusing and overwhelming, but I still love all of my Halloween palettes. I wouldn't mind getting rid of the Mist Witch palette by Shelby Makeup because I don't use her. Like, and it really pains me because I really love her. I love the way it looks. I love everything about it, but like I never bring myself to actually use it. And I don't want to force myself to use something. And like that's kind of the thing. Usually when I have to force myself, it's because I don't actually like the color story. But here I do love it, and I don't know what's wrong with me to not use it. And it really annoys me. Because every single time I look at her, I'm just kind of like, why can't I use her? Why can I use you? What's wrong with me? You know, so yeah. But I love that it's magnetic and I love the magnetic palette of it. So I would like to keep that. But yeah, I have to figure that out. I'm not gonna film declutter and like collection, like a full collection video until next month. Which I definitely have to kind of prepare what I'm gonna film in December. If you have some kind of suggestions what you want me to film in December, let me know because I would like to film or like release a video every single day in December. So if you have any kind of ideas of videos that you like to watch, especially in the at the end of the year, something that like really calms you down or something that just really excites you, let me know down below and I'll definitely film that for you. Like I do want to do that. I just, I have a couple ideas, but if you have something that you would like me to add to my repertoire, definitely let me know down below. I would really like to hear from you. And let me know how was your Halloween, if you've enjoyed that, in case you do celebrate it or in case you do like Halloween. And what was your most used palette in October? I would also really like to know that. Yeah, so that's everything for today. Hope you have a wonderful day and I'll be super happy to see you next time. So, bye!